All right, I'm back. So it said, I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shai. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. So yeah, man, this is coming, man, again on this earth. Like our forefathers and foremothers that were before us. That when you read First and Second Maccabees, the Greeks were pushing laws, basically was saying that we couldn't keep the commandments no more, and you had our women and our men still keeping the commandments that was put to death, right? There was martyrs for this truth. You had brothers that didn't want to eat pork because it's a sin to eat pork. You had brothers that didn't want to eat pork and they got put to death for that. So that's coming back again on this earth, man. Right? They gonna try to put us in prison. They're gonna try to force us to eat pork. Right? They're gonna try to force us not to keep our laws no more. And the men and women that don't want to get down with this society and still keep the laws and the commandments, they're gonna try to kill us. A lot of us gonna die, man. A lot of the saints are gonna get put to death, but it's okay though, because when you a martyr and die for this truth, that's an automatic spot to the kingdom of heaven, right? You die for this truth, man. You under the guillotine, and you get your head chopped off. Hey, that's an automatic spot in the kingdom of heaven because you died for this truth. You was a martyr, so count it joy. You see what I'm saying? Count it joy. But let me get this precept right here. Revelation 18:24, and in her was found the book of prophets and of saints and of all that was slain upon the earth. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a whole lot of death, man. A lot of the saints, your brothers that you labor with, brothers that you love and truly, the brother that you truly love, your wife, your kids. Hey, you never know, man. They might get put to death for this truth. It said, in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that was slain upon the earth, man. Because, they already hate us because we're speaking against this society. So during that time, they gonna be quick to try to kill us, man. They're gonna be quick to try to kill us, and you gonna have a lot of people, a lot of these Christians gonna try to help kill us, and because they're gonna think they're doing the right thing. They're gonna think they're doing the right thing by trying to kill the Israelites, man, but not knowing that they're killing the chosen, right? They're killing God's chosen people. These Negroes that you think crazy, that you think out their mind, that you think they don't know what they talking about, the ones that was rebuking you, telling you to dress modest, to keep the Sabbath day, you're gonna try to kill us. You is gonna kill us, a lot of us. But you're gonna think you're doing God's work. Well, we got them black Hebrew Israelites off the street. All right, there was menace to societies. They were wicked, but not knowing that you just killed the anointed ones. All right, you gonna have to pay for that, man. But got two more. Matthew 5:10 says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for there is the kingdom of heaven." So the Bible said, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake." So the Bible, hey, the Most High God, and I gotta get that verse as well. The Most High God said, matter of fact, let me get it right now. I'm finna paraphrase it. It said, I think it said blessed. I think it's in Psalms. Or they which yup. No. I just pulled that. No, that what I want. It was I forgot. It was So what I'm looking for. Oh, okay. I got it. All praises. Yup. This Psalms 116 and 15. It says, "Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints." So the Bible says it's a beautiful thing in his eyes to see the death of his saints. Why is it a beautiful thing? Because the same thing Yahweh Shai went through. Right? It's a beautiful thing to stand 10 toes on this truth, man. Because that means you stand at 10 toes with the Lord. And that means you truly love the Lord to be willing to die for the something. That's how you know you truly love something, if you're willing to die for it. And if you're willing to die for this truth, man, and you're willing to you willing to deal with whatever, go through anything in order to keep these laws and commandments unto death, that's precious in the sight of the Lord. He look at you like a king, like a princess, like a soldier, right? He can deal with you in this kingdom to come, man. He don't want no cowards in this kingdom. He not gonna have no cowards in this kingdom to come, right? He want people that's bold for this law. So boom, we go back. He said, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake. So that's what's going to happen to a lot of us. We're going to get persecuted for righteous' sake. Right? We're going to get persecuted for teaching the Bible. They're going to kill us. They're going to hop out the little SWAT van. When brothers be out teaching, they're going to try to kill brothers. But we're going to be persecuted for righteous' sake because we did nothing wrong. All we doing is teaching this Bible, man. That's all we doing. So the Bible said you blessed when you get persecuted for righteous sake. When you get persecuted for keeping these commandments, when you get persecuted for reading the Bible said you're blessed. For there is the kingdom of heaven. So he said, don't worry about that, man. You getting persecuted, you getting talked about. Right now, don't worry about that, bro, because you got the kingdom of heaven. Think about that. All praise to the Most High, man. Let me get this last precept. This first Maccabees chapter 1 and verse. I start at 56. This is first Maccabees during the time of the Greek captivity. It says, and when they had rent in pieces the book of the law, which they found, they burnt them with fire. So the book of the law is the Bible. So during the time of the Greek captivity, you had the Greeks finding Bibles and burning them. Just like the book of Eli. When you watch the book of Eli, the same thing happened. That's why the so-called white man was looking for that Bible, because it was the last one left, because the rest of them was burnt during the war. Same thing that was happening during the time of the Greek captivity. They were finding people with Bibles, and they was burning the Bibles. Same thing gonna happen again. It says, whosoever was found with any the book of the testament, or if any committed to the law, the king's commandment was that they should be put to death. So if you had any people found, like just say they came and checked your house, they did a house check, and it just say they found a Bible in your house, they put you to death for that. And it said, if any committed to the law, if you was caught keeping the law, if you was caught keeping the Sabbath day, if you was caught not eating pork, they would put you to death for that. It was commanded for you to get put to death because you was an oddball to this wicked society. You wasn't trying to do no Greek rituals. You weren't trying to wrestle naked. You weren't trying to worship their gods. You wanted to worship your God and keep your commandments. And they want to kill you for that. So it's gonna come a time again. This is coming back again, man. We're gonna get put to death if we truly believe in Christ. Not all of us, but a lot of us gonna get put to death if we truly believe in this book, man. And this is not to scare nobody. This is not for nobody to be like, this Israelite stuff might not be it for me. I need to go back to the world then, because I ain't trying to get put to death. Hey, listen, you better off in this truth, because you got a shot. You can get put to death in this truth and get the kingdom of heaven. But if you go back into the world, you still gonna die. But you gonna die that second death too. So just say this: you in this truth, right? And you get persecuted and you die. You can wake up in the kingdom of heaven because you was a martyr for Christ, like I said before. But If you be like, nah, I don't know if I don't know, that sounds scary. I need to go back into the world. So I got to go through all that. Then you go back into the world. Now, you might live for a little bit around in this society for a little bit. You know, you might live. They might not kill you. But eventually you're going to die. When Christ touched down on this earth, you're going to die. And then after that, you're going to die the second death and you're going to die again. So that temporary of you living it up for that temporary time, it didn't matter. You should have just stayed in the truth and died. Rather than you wanting the truth when you died. Let me get this precept right here. This Hebrews chapter 11 verse 25. This is Moses. It's talking about Moses. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy pleasures of sin for a season. So Moses chose, if anybody know about this, Moses, right? He was living with the Egyptians. He was living as an Egyptian. And the Egyptians was on top around this time. So Moses had everything he could ever imagine. But the Bible said he chose rather to suffer affliction with the people of God. He chose rather to suffer affliction with his people. Although his people was in slavery, he chose rather to suffer with them than to enjoy pleasures, meaning enjoy the riches and the fame of being in Pharaoh's house. He chose to suffer with his people than be to have pleasures for the pleasure of sin for a season. And that's how a lot of our people, that's what we chose when we come into this truth. That's what we chose. We came into this truth. We chose to suffer with our people. We suffer with our people rather than enjoy the pleasures of sin, do the things of our flesh. We rather chose to suffer with God, to suffer with our people, to suffer with Christ. We chose to do that rather than enjoy this world, enjoy the sin of this world and get put to death. Right? So we got to keep this mindset throughout the end, man. The Bible said, Matthew 24:13, he that endured to the end, the same going to be saved. So we got to have this same mindset when it comes to the end. When your head is under that guillotine, when they get ready to kill you, you got to have that mindset of, I'm choosing to suffer affliction with my people. Because once you be like, no, don't cut my head off. No, I eat pork. You chose the sin, the pleasures of sin for a season. Because you're going to get put to death at the end. You know what I'm saying? So brothers and sisters, truly think about that, man. Truly want to be a servant of Christ and be in the army of Yahweh, man. Be willing to die for this truth. Our forefathers, our foremothers, the righteous ones was willing to die for this truth, man. Right? They stood for something. Right? They had a backbone to stand up. Right? They stood. They loved this law too much. That's how we got to be, man. We got to love this law enough to be willing to die for it. We got to love the Lord enough to be willing to die for him and his son, Yahweh Shai. And your brothers and your sisters. You got to be willing to die for them too. And I'm not even just talking about the ones that's in this truth as well. Even your brothers and sisters that may be in the world. Or they might not be in your camp. You have to be willing to die for them, man. You can't just turn on your brothers and sisters and tell Esau where they at. Oh, he over there, because he ain't part of your camp, or because he ain't in the truth. No, you can't sell your brothers out, man. You can't sell your sisters out, man. You gotta stand 10 toes for this truth. Love this law. Love your people more than you love yourself. If you love your brother and sister more than you love yourself, you're gonna be fine. All right. So with that, I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh Shimi Awashai. And I say, Shalom, Kwame Sharala. Persecution is coming. Famine of the word is coming. Get this word while you can. Shalom.